before you hand your passport over to a visa agent, in quote, right, it's important to actually find out if that visa agent is a real visa agent or a fake visa agent. It's very important, right? I don't even know why you should actually give anybody your passport. There's no reason to do that, right? There's no reason to give anybody your passport. So anybody that's asking for your passport is most likely a fake visa agent. And in today's video, I'm going to be showing you guys exactly how to identify fake visa agent. I'm going to be looking at 10 different pointers. Now, I was inclined to actually make this video because today, every day I speak to like between 8 to 10 clients every single day in my expert visa analysis in this office, right? And then when I was talking to one man earlier today, he has been refused a UK visa. So he booked an expert visa analysis with us. So I was talking to him. And when I was going through his refusal notice, I found something very striking, right? The agent, in quotes, wrote in his visa application that he's going to be spending £900 on his trip to the UK. And I paused and I asked him and I said, £900 is 1.8 million naira, around that. Now let's do the maths. A flight from Nigeria to the UK return ticket is around 1.5 million, give or take, right? Around that for an economy flight. Your hotel, you are staying in the UK for 7 days. A hotel, let's say your hotel is £50 a night. That's £350. Now £350 multiplied by 2,000 naira is about 700k. So 1.5 plus 700k, 2.2 million naira, right? So it means that you have already exceeded your budget, as a matter of fact. So the agent that did that for you can actually be classified as a fake visa agent because he doesn't know what he's doing. How are you spending £900 on your trip to the UK where £900 can't even foot your bills? Now, you have not taken into account the cost of local transportation. You have not talked about feeding and miscellaneous expenses. So how is an agent, somebody who is supposed to be a visa agent, doing that kind of job for you? Now, I've seen a lot of shabby jobs in this office. As a matter of fact, part of the jobs that we do is to correct the mistakes agents make, right? For sometimes we see scenarios where a visa agent was filling the UK visa application form and they asked and said, how much are you personally planning to spend on this trip to the UK? And the agent wrote £5,000. Now, this person has 1 million naira in their account and they have a sponsor who is spending £5,000. That is not how to fill the UK visa application form. The question is, how much are you yourself personally planning to spend on this trip to the UK? Right? So I'm going to be actually telling you guys exactly how to spot fake visa agents in this particular video. So it's important that you stay with me from beginning to the very end, as I'm going to leave no stone unturned. Now, it's also important that you smash the like button on this video, subscribe to my channel, and most importantly, turn on the bell notification button so that when I drop more amazing videos, just like what you're about to watch right now, YouTube is going to send you a notification. First things first, anybody that tells you, I can guarantee your visa 100%, wrong. Right? That is a fake agent. Right? Somebody that says 100% approval, your visa is sure, we know someone on the inside, run. Especially for UK visas, right? Because the way UK visa it works is that when you submit a visa application at VFS, right? So it is online, it is transmitted to a pool, right? And it is randomly assigned to different officers. Now, sometimes when you get a refusal letter, you see UK VI Beijing. It means that the officer that made that decision is actually positioned in Beijing. So which visa officer does the visa agent know on the inside? Does it mean that he has access to all the visa officers that UK VI has? So that is number one red flag. That is a red flag. Wrong. Right? That is a fake visa agent. I can say this categorically and emphatically. That is fake. That's one. Now, no one controls embassy decisions. Real professionals talk about risk, probabilities, and not certainty. Right? Which is why I tell every client that comes to us that I cannot guarantee your visa, but I can help you make the best decision. Put your best foot forward. Make sure that all your T's are crossed and all your I's are dotted. That is my job. You not see the job that we worked on at No Agent Travel Guide, and the UK is telling you that your expenses, you said your expense is 200k, but your bank statement is not corresponding with it. You will see with us, right? There are actually 15 points that we'll pay attention to when we are doing UK visa application for clients specifically, right? For a country like Schengen, there's 4. For a country like Canada, there is about 7 that we pay attention to. right? And all these things work hand in hand. So anybody that says that he can guarantee your visa 100%, that is most likely a fake agent. Run away from that person, right? Now, number 2, fake visa agents don't ask serious questions, right? All they are after is to bring money. That's the way that we can do it, right? The real one will ask you about your job history. What do you do for work? How much do you get paid? Let me give you a particular example. I had a lady come to us in this office with a refusal letter from Canada. And while I was talking to her, they told her that she cannot afford the trip. That's what Canada said. And the agent that did the application for her did proof of fund. So she had like 10 point something million naira in her account. The agent filed in the application and it came back a refusal. The agent couldn't even explain what the refusal meant to them. So when they came to us, I had to take my time to go through the refusal letter. And of course, there was a meeting between me and her. So while we were talking, she said that she had 10.2 million naira in her account. She cannot understand how Canada would tell her that she doesn't have the necessary fund to finance this trip. And I said, let's break it down. What do you do for work? She told me that she works in a company. How much do you get paid? She gets paid 250K. I said, let's do the mathematics. Assuming that you don't touch your salary for a whole year, which is impossible. But let's just assume that you don't touch your salary at all for a whole year. So that means that you have saved 3 million naira in a year. That's 250K every month times 12. That's 3 million naira. She said correct. If you don't touch your salary for 3 years, right, which is impossible, it means that you have gotten 9 million naira. He said yes. So where did you get 10.2 million naira from? You told them where you work. You told them how much they pay you. Your salary is there in your bank statement. So you don't have 10.2 million naira. It did not come from your employment. Now, one thing that people don't understand is that getting a visa is not about having money in your account. It's about proving how you got to that money. That is the most important aspect of it. So for you to go and get 50 million and put inside your account, you need to prove the history of accumulation of these funds. And this is what your agent will most likely not tell you. So any agent that doesn't tell you this, most likely fake. It's very important, right? So the real agent will ask you about your job history, right? Your income source. How do you make money? And there's a guy you were working on a visa application for. I called him and I said, tell me how your business runs. I need to understand it. If I don't understand your business, I cannot write your cover letter to actually reflect your business, because when I write cover letters, I'm focused on the person reading it, understanding you. I'm feeling like they knew you when they finish going through this cover letter. So if I don't understand your business, I won't be able to make the argument for you, right? So a real visa agent will ask you about the source of your income, your bank statement logic as well, right? For UK, if I see, let me give you guys a practical example. I had this client that reached out to us, and while we were having a conversation, after we had a conversation, she said that she wanted her mom to come to the UK to come and visit her. We should do the application for her mom. So she paid us to do the application. Now, the first thing that we do is that we go through your bank statement if we are doing a job for you. So while I was going through the bank statement, I saw that a week prior to them reaching out to us, somebody has sent 10 million naira to the mom. I asked them, I said, where did this money come from? Because I knew it was a red flag. This is a petty trader in the village. Suddenly she's getting 10 million. That is like red flag pro max. So I asked them, how did this money came to be? They explained that they sold their family land. Their eldest brother sent 10 million to the mom as a share. We needed to prove the source and origin of that fund. So I told them the documents to provide. I had to write some of those documentation, right? Some of those letters for the right persons to sign, because we needed to prove the source and origin of those funds. And of course, we also had to get some documents from the bank to prove this. If I hadn't gone through that bank statement logic, I would have missed this. I would have been a refusal. That's part of one of the major refusals that we get in this office from clients coming to us. And these are done for them by agents in quotes, right? Now, the next thing is your previous refusals. A real agent will ask you about your previous refusals. I was talking to a client today, and I asked him, I said, this refusal you are showing me, that's saying that you have been refused twice before. He said yes. I said, I want to see the refusals, the other ones as well, so that we know what we are fixing in this application, right? Because an issue that was raised, if you don't fix it, the UK will most likely tell you that you have chosen to remain silent on the issues raised before. That right now I cannot see a change in circumstance, and it's a second and third and fourth refusal. There's a lady that we're working on her visa application now. She has 5 refusals. And guess what? The same reason. All the 5 of them, the same reason. I was wishing that she had come to us after the first one, or but of course we are going to sort it out for her, right? Because we know what the issues are and we've explained it to her. So a real visa agent would actually ask you for your previous refusals, so that sometimes the guy told me something. One of the refusal reasons was that they said that on the visa application form he's filling, he said he has lived at this address for the past 4 years. But in the previous one the agent did in 2023, the agent said that he has lived there for 10 years. So if he had lived there for 10 years, how is he now living there for 4 years? He said that the agent just filled the form, that he's not even aware what the agent put inside the form. Red flag. You must be aware what is being filled for you. I'm gonna get to that. Now, the agent is also supposed to ask you about your ties to your home country. There are sometimes I talk to clients and I tell them I can't see any strong tie. Okay, for what you've told me now, this is the ties that you have. We have to dwell on this. I wish you had this kind of tie, which you don't have, but this is what you have. Let us dwell on this in this application, right? So, a real agent will ask you serious question, not send your passport and send money. There's a way to do it. Nope, that is red flag Pro Max, right? So that's very important. Now the next on my list is a real agent. They focus on documents, not logic. I'm going to give you another example. It happened today in this office. A young man that lives in the US reached out to us. Apparently the wife is in Nigeria and he has filed a petition for the wife to join him in the US because he's a citizen. They are still waiting for a decision on the wife's application. So he reached out to me and said that he wants the wife to visit Canada so that he and the kids can come to Canada and see her briefly before she returns to Nigeria. And I asked her and I said, what does your wife do in Nigeria? Nothing. He just sends money to her. She doesn't have a job, right? And I said, and all you and your family, everybody's in the US. He said yes. So your wife doesn't have any significant tie to her home country. You, her kids, right? You are all in the US. So if we apply for a visa to Canada and tell Canada that you guys are in the US, see, that is emotion, not rules. By using the rules, IRCC rules for Canada, they will not give her that visa. It doesn't matter the emotional appeal that you make. And when I explained this to her, he understood it. A real visa agent would actually focus on the documentation and the circumstances of the applicant in their home country. That is, these are the right questions to ask. Some of these fake guys will say, bring your 6 months bank statement, bring your CAC, bring your pay slip, and that's it. Right? No, they will not ask the question. This person is earning 500,000 naira every month. He has a closing balance of 50 million. Right? So, clearly, to get 50 million, he will have to save his salary for about 10 years or something, right? So this money most likely is not from his employment. Where did this money come from? They will not ask questions like that. Now let's see money in the bank account, but it's important to prove the history of accumulation of funds in your bank account. Very important. Did you sell a plot of land? Did you get a commission for a real estate deal you did? Did you sell your car? You must explain where those monies come from, right? So it's important for agents, the real agents, to focus on why the money makes sense, whether the money makes sense or not in your bank account. It's also important to read your bank account the way a visa officer would read it. What is your expenses, your average expenses? What is your average income for this bank account? Apart from the employment, your salary, are there other monies in this bank account? Has it been explained? Can you explain it? This explanation, is it logical? Do we need documentations to back up this explanation in this bank statement? Very important. That is what a real visa officer will do. What looks suspicious? What could trigger a refusal? Let me give you guys another example. A young man reached out to us. He was in the UK about 15 years ago. He went to school there. Came back to Nigeria. Has been working offshore. Last year he decided that he wants to go back to the UK for a short course. He reached out to us, and while we were talking, he told me that as an undergraduate in the UK, he was arrested for an allegation. He was investigated and later exonerated. And the good thing is that the Met Police gave him a letter of exoneration. So while I was working on that application, on the cover letter, I offered that information that he was arrested because of this and this and this, and this is how the outcome. Of course, I referenced the fact that we have a letter of exoneration, like from the Met Police, right? And it was part of documents that we attached. He got an approval. So it's important to pay attention to all of these things before you actually know what documents you're going to bring, what purpose does this document serve, right, in that application. Very important. Now, the next one, which is number 4, They suggest illegal and risky shortcuts. Anybody that is telling you that he will do proof of funds for you, he should bring your bank statement, he will change numbers and move them around. That is how people get 10 years ban for UK and 5 years ban for Canada, right? Do not let that be you, right? Because it will not affect the agent. They have collected money from you. Whatever penalty, whatever consequences that comes, it is you that is going to bear it. There's a lady that I almost cried for. She applied for a Canadian visa, got a 5-year ban because of fake documents. Right now, he has a boyfriend that wants to marry her that lives in Canada. This guy cannot even file for her visa, a spousal visa, because she is on a ban. Anything that they file right now will be automatically refused until that 5-year elapses. Right, so it's very important that anybody that tells you fake employment letters, edited bank statements, borrow money with no explanation, fake sponsors, fake travel history. There's a lady that she's supposed to suffering it now. They put fake stamps on her passport to show that she had travel history. She has a 10-year ban from the UK, and guess what? The husband lives in the UK. Do you understand? So it's important that you actually pay attention to these kind of things, right? If you are thinking of fake documentation, don't contact me, because I would never be a part of it, right? I would never do it for you. You see this name? This name is very important for me. I want in the next 10 years, in the next 20 years, this will be a household name when it comes to visas and everything. So it's important. It's important that we pay attention to all of these things when we are doing job for clients. Very important, right? So if it's not true, we won't use it. I tell this to clients all the time. If it is not the real thing, I am not going to touch it. So anybody that tells you that that there's a way they will do it, please be very careful with those kind of agents, right? So the next thing on my list, number 5, is they apply with their email and lock you out. Anybody that will use their email and not give you their login, there's a lot of fights happening like that. There's a lady. She was lucky that the agent used her email for her Canada visa application, but a different password, and refused to give her the password. So when she reached out to us, we were doing the application for her. I had to do a forgot password. I started guessing the answer to the 0 question. So I was trying different names around her, and it happened to be her mother's name. That was how we were able to get back into that account, because the agent refused to give it to her. So anybody that will do visa application for you with their own email and not your own email, please be careful about those kind of persons. Right? Because you need to know exactly what happens. So what these fake agents do is that they create visa account with their own email. They refuse to give you your login, so they will be updated. And sometimes you get a ban because of fake document. You won't even know, because you don't have access to what is going on in your visa application. Somebody had a ban and was reapplying for visa and paying visa fee. It was a complete waste. So it's important that anybody that tells you, I am going to use my email to do this for you, it's dangerous, because you don't even know what they are submitting for you. You can't verify the information. You won't know the real refusal reason, because sometimes they tell you that you've been refused and they won't tell you what the reasons are. You get? And sometimes it's their own mistake and they're trying to hide it from you. So it's very important that, and sometimes somebody told me that his agent is late. The agent told him that the visa was approved, sent him the screenshots that they requested for his passport. This was Canada. Then the agent now, right? And right now, it's been October last year. So when he reached out to me, I told him that it's a refusal. Because when they request for your passport and you don't bring it within 30 days or so, right, it's an automatic refusal. They issue you a refusal, right? So it's very important that you are a part of what is going on for you. Right. Number 6, when somebody says, don't teach me my job, I don't think you should want to work with people that will tell you not to teach you their job. Right? 2 good heads are better than 1. There's something that you might see that the agent might not see. So you need to be involved in what he's doing for you. Right? When you ask questions and the agent tells you, stop interfering, relax, I know what I'm doing, you hired me, don't ask too much question. Please ask too much question. Understand what is going on in your application is very important, right? This is your life, this is your future, this is your money, so you need to be involved in what is happening. The person that will tell you, why did this thing like this, you have a user and they tell you, see, I trying to teach my job, leave this thing, I've been doing this thing for the past 10 years, Baba. Right? It's very important, because it usually means that they don't even know what they are doing. Right? They are using a template they use for somebody that worked forgetting the fact that these two persons have completely different circumstances. You get what I mean, right? Visa work is not secret code, right? If they can't explain their process, they probably don't have a process. It is not secret code. So you have the right to ask questions, understand exactly what's going on. Why is this thing like this? Why did you write this here? What if we do it like this? What do these documents? Why are we using this document? If they cannot answer these questions, that's a red flag. That's a reason why you should actually run, right? Number 7, they avoid written agreement or clarity. Some clients will come and say, send me an invoice. Of course, we send an invoice, right? They don't want an agreement. They don't want clear service breakdown. They tell you that there is no refund or no reapplication policy. You get what I mean? So it's very important that you actually become suspicious with those kind of persons. Please ask questions. Any concerns that you have, ask questions. And anybody that guarantees you 100% visa approval, run. Nobody can guarantee you that, right? So it's very important. Another characteristic of fake visa agents is that they tell you to ignore refusal letters. Don't worry about the refusal letter. It doesn't matter. Don't worry, I'll do the job for you. It is a lie. Run. Do you get what I mean? Run from those kind of persons, because refusal letters are actually a roadmap. It tells you what the issues are and how to fix it. The first time I applied for a UK visa, I got a refusal 2 times. It was because I looked at the refusal letter. I wasn't a visa expert as at that time. I didn't even know what I was doing. I was just an ordinary person filling my visa application form, right? So when I saw the refusal, I looked at it and it made sense. The reasons that they refused me, right? When I was reapplying, in the cover letter, I told them and I said, I was angry when I saw this refusal. But when I went through it, I understood it. And truthfully, if I was a visa officer, I would not have given myself that visa based on the issues that they raised, because we were all logical. They made sense, right? Things like the person that was inviting me to the UK, I have not provided any proof between me and the person, among other issues that they raised. So I took my time to actually provide documentation because I saw the refusal letter. And most times, every client, this is January 2026, every client that we have gotten about 20 UK visa approvals, a lot of visa approval this month, Turkey, Canada, Schengen, like a whole lot of them this particular month. It's almost as if every day there is a visa approval. Jobs that we did in December and November, and not December actually, there are a lot of approval this period. And these are mostly people that got refusals. And what we had to do is to go through the refusal letters, find out exactly what went wrong, explain it to them and do the application, the reapplication for them. So anybody that tells you forget refusal letter, it doesn't matter, that person is most likely a fake visa agent. That's one, right? Anybody that tells you don't worry, let's apply right now, nope, that is most likely a fake visa agent, because we have had clients that come to us. Example, Mr. Kofo from Ghana. He came to us with 2 refusal letters he was trying to go and write his OSCE exam in the UK. 2 refusals. So what we did was I went through it, explained it to him, and I told him and I said, wait for the next 6 months. And this is what you do in those 6 months. I have forgotten about him. He reached out to us and said, this is 6 months. This is what you told me, right? I had to go through my records to remember him. And of course, we did the application for him. He got his approval this January. So anybody that tell you forget about refusal, let's reapply immediately. That embassy is wicked. Let's use another embassy. This happens mostly with Schengen. You apply for France, you don't get it. You go and apply for Portugal or Spain. All of those things, you're applying to the same embassy. It's Schengen, right? So they have those records. You get? So instead of finding out why was my visa refused and fixing it, they tell you that refusal letter doesn't matter. The first time I applied for a French visa, I got a refusal. And what I did was that I looked at the refusal letter and I wrote my cover letter addressing each of those refusal reasons and pointing out the documents I have provided or that I have to actually prove that I'm qualified for this visa. That's what I did, and it was an approval. Right? Very important. Now, something about fake visa agents is that they rush to apply. If you come to them right now, what they're telling you is they will reapply for this visa and you're going to get it. You should bring money and bring your passport and this and that. It is most likely fake. There are persons that come to us and will tell them you are not qualified for this visa right now. Go and do this, go and do this, go and do that. One guy came with 3 UK refusals. I told him that I said you won't get a UK visa. Go and build travel history, and while you are doing that, do this. He opted for South Africa. We used South Africa for him once and it was an approval. You get? So anybody that tells you, don't worry, let's apply now, let's apply now before the rules change. The rules are changing. This embassy is easy this month. The slots are closing very fast. Do this and blah, blah, blah. Baba, it is most likely, right? So there's no embassy that is closed and there's none that is open. If you do the right thing, you're going to get a visa. That is the truth, right? If you follow the rules, you're going to get a visa. Now, they sell price, not process, right? If their main selling point is I'm cheap, this guy is charging 5 million. I am charging 200,000, right? You know, or they tell you others are too expensive, you know, and pay small, and you get the visa. You are buying risk, not expertise in most cases, right? It is risky because you're most likely going to waste your visa fee, and it's not cheap, right? You know, that's very important. So, how do you know the real visa officers? You know, what do? They review your profile first. They ask you questions. Have you been refused before? What do you do for work? They are trying to check if you are qualified against so that they basically putting your profile, you know, against the visa rules to find out if you are qualified for this visa that you are trying to apply for. That is what they are doing when they are asking you these questions. Do you work? How much do you earn every month? What's your current bank balance right now? You know, questions like that. It is giving them an insight. Are you married? How do we prove your tie to your home country? Do you have this? Do you have that? How many siblings do you have? How many kids do you have? How many, you know, all of those things. We ask those questions to understand the client and make a decision whether this client is qualified or not. Right? That is what the real visa professionals are going to do. They also explain the risks to you, honestly, what your chances are. They explain it to you. You have a 50% chance, it's a gamble. You have a 70% or 80% according to this. This is most likely where we have concerns, you know, for this. I don't think you're qualified on this front. So we have not found this issue that we have. How do we fix this right now? You know, stuff like that. Right. So that's another thing. So they basically align your documentation and your profile against the immigration rules to find out if it is qualified. Just like the man that wants the wife to come to Canada, and I have to tell him that emotions cannot get you a visa. It is the rules, logic, reasoning that is going to get you a visa. Now, one of the things that real agents do is that they actually break down your finances, tell you your bank statements, right? You know, to actually see historical accumulation of funds. Especially if you have a lot of money in your account, they want to know where it came from, right? So that's very important, especially when it is not from your stated employment, because UK is going to tell you that these deposits are not from your stated employment. So you have to explain where those deposits came from, who sent the money to you and why. Very important. Now, one of the things that real agents do, right, real visa experts do, is that they give you access to your application. You see what is happening, what is being formed, what cover letter has been written for you. You take a look at it, you know, what is on your form, what is being filled for you on your form, all of those kind of things. They take a look at these things and advise you, right? They give you access to all of these things so you can see it and you can ask questions, and of course your questions will be answered. They also tell you when not to apply, whether you should apply now or apply later, or if you're applying later, this is what you need to do between now and this time to actually qualify for this visa according to the immigration rules of the country that you're applying to apply for a visa, right? Almost all fixed agents would never tell you, do not apply now. Whenever you come to them, whatever your circumstances are, they will tell you to apply because they want to collect that money from you. They don't care whether you get an approval or not. It is not their business. They don't care, right? So there are three things I want you to take away from this video. Right? Number one, a fake agent sells hope. A real one sells understanding. Right? They don't tell you hope you are going to do. They explain to you why they think you are qualified for this application, or why they think that you are not qualified for this visa right now, or what you need to do. Right? So that's one. Then number two, if you don't control your visa account, you do not control your future. So you must have access to your visa account. Whatever form that is being filled for you, right, you must have access to it. If you don't have access to it, then you are most likely, you don't even know what's going on, right? You could get a ban, anything can happen, and you're not even sure about it, right? So that's very important. Any agent that is afraid of your question is afraid of exposure. So you should be able to ask questions, and those agents are supposed to provide the answers to your question. It is your right. So it's important that you pay attention to this. Very important. I must say this before I leave you. Your visa application is not something you outsource blindly. It's your name, your history, and your future. And if anything goes wrong, it affects you, right? So it's important that you make sure that you are choosing the right visa agent. If you must use an agent, right? If you must use an agent. Now, if you have a refusal previously, right, and you don't understand it, or you are planning to apply for a visa right now, what you need to do right now to actually get in touch with me is to click on the first link in my video description just below to book an expert visa analysis. What we are going to do is that I'm going to sit down with you one-on-one, right, on a one-on-one call, and I'm going to go through your refusal notice, ask you questions about your profile, what you do for work, and tell you if you are qualified for a visa at this particular point in time. Now, if I believe that you are not, what I'm going to tell you is I will tell you what to do between now and the next time that you are applying to actually increase your chances at getting an approval. So click on the first link just below this video right now and book an expert visa analysis with no agent travel guide. And we're actually going to help you through the process. Now, if you have any questions at all, let me know in the comment section, as I'm going to be there to answer all of your questions, right? Any question that you might have, an encounter you had with an agent before, all of those kind of things, let me know in the comment section and I'm going to respond to you and tell you guys exactly how to surmount it.